This is a super awesome hike that we went on while we were in Maui. It is called the Pipiwai Trail, and it is located at the end of the road to Hana. It's located after you pass Hana, and the road to Hana is very narrow the whole time, but once you get past Hana, it gets even more narrow, so it's pretty a slow drive. But this is at a national park. I think it costs like $15 to go to the national park, and this is quite an amazing hike. It's about 4 miles round trip, I believe, and it's not too steep. If you're not into hiking, it is can be pretty exhausting, but overall, it's an incredible hike. There's a 400-foot waterfall at the end. There's an amazing bamboo forest that you get to walk through at the end, and it's just an incredible hike. There's also a pretty large banyan tree, so just a lot of stuff to see as you go along. And I think I can't really pronounce the name of the national park or anything, so I'll leave that guys up to you guys. But it is the Pipiwai Trail. I hope I'm saying that right. And it's a real fun hike. I did the whole thing in my Shama sandals, so I usually hike in my sandals, but it's just to show. You can see a lot of these people. They don't have a whole lot of equipment. It's just kind of a leisurely walk. My family did it, and it was a pretty exciting hike with lots of views, which we'll see here coming up. There is a lot of it in the beginning that is exposed to the sun, so if you're going midday, just be aware of that. It can get a little warm. The majority of the second half of the hike, though, is shaded, so it's pretty nice. We'll kind of talk some more as we go through some other things, but just enjoy the hike. This is one of the first really cool areas to have a lookout at. There is a waterfall kind of over there in the distance, and I'm told if you come during the more rainier parts that sometimes that can be flowing. When we came by, it was pretty dry, so there wasn't much that water flowing in that waterfall. This is that banyan tree that I was mentioning earlier. It's quite the sight to see. We already saw the biggest banyan tree that was in the city in Maui. But this banyan tree was also super awesome to see right in the middle of the forest here. Made some really cool views and just awesome to kind of walk around it and see how big this tree actually was. This was the first bridge that we came to, which was really awesome. It had kind of this nice little water feature right there, and it was just kind of a nice little view on both sides, and the bridge was kind of fun to walk across. I'll show you guys a close-up of my Shama sandals here coming up. They're typically what I'll use to hike in, just so it's really close to being barefoot. You know, if you're not used to it, they might seem a little odd, but they're really good. It's pretty close to walking barefoot, and I really enjoy it. When we came out of the little bridge area, there was a lot of kind of this bamboo looking area. So I thought this was the beginning of that bamboo forest. This is not the beginning of the bamboo forest. That will come a little bit later, and you'll definitely know it when you see it. And here we start to get into this bamboo forest. What's really cool is when the wind blows, which it kind of does a lot of the times here, when the wind blows, you'll actually hear the bamboo kind of hitting together, and it kind of makes a cool rhythmic-y sound of the bamboo hitting together. It's super dense, there's a ton of it, and this goes on for quite a while. There is a point in the bamboo trail that it gets a little muddy, but there's actually a trail. There's kind of like wood planks that they put up, and you can walk along those wood planks, which I'll kind of show you guys here in a bit. But this trail is relatively easy going. You can see that there's steps kind of to go up, nothing too difficult. And this place is all shaded once you get into this little bamboo forest because of the bamboo. So it makes for a really easy hike. The sun's kind of off of you, and it becomes a lot easier of a hike versus earlier when we were in the sun a lot of the time. In Maui, especially when we went in September, that sun can get really hot. When you emerge from the bamboo forest, you're almost there. So just keep going. You have this awesome view here. You can see the kind of cliff in the background, and the waterfall is just about in sight. And then you get this massive 400-foot waterfall. We'll definitely be getting closer here so you can get a better look at it. But this is a super cool waterfall. It does look kind of small from far away. And right here at this sign, there is a sign that says "Do not cross" because it's hazardous. They basically say if a large gush of water comes off the waterfall, it can be dangerous. But there was a lot of people going past the sign and walking along this trail, so we went ahead and followed suit with them just to kind of explore further and get a little more close-up of the waterfall. Like I said, the time we went, there wasn't very much rain or anything, so it wasn't very dangerous. And it turned out to be a really cool experience, and there was, the waterfall looked really cool up close. Thank you guys for following along. I hope you enjoyed this hike and got to see some really cool views. If you're in the Maui area, I would definitely recommend going to do it. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss more content. I do have a few more hiking, nature, Hawaii videos coming out, so make sure you subscribe so you don't miss it.